just thinking about the way it's supposed to be. I'll eat the plants and the fruit from the trees, and I'll live on vegetables, and I'll grow on seeds. But I don't need animals, and they don't need me. Oh no, I don't need animals, 'cause I love them, you see. I don't need animals, I want nothing dead in me. And I'll live on vegetables, and I'll grow on seeds. But I won't need animals, and they won't need me. Oh no, I'll live on life, I want nothing dead in me. You know, I'll become life, and my life will become me. You know, I'll live on life, and my life will live on me.
Not just the animals who we use for food, but if we start from the animals who we use for experiments, for work, for entertainment, as pets, for products, and then eventually as food, there is cruelty in every use.
All right, everyone, we're going to get started, and we're here today to ask a very simple but powerful question. What if every animal rescue in the world, what if every animal lover, what if every dog and cat guardian on the planet adopted a vegan policy? Imagine how much the world could change if that were to happen. And asking that question with us are Denise Bitts, the founder of Brother Wolf Animal Rescue, and Paul Berry. And I am so excited to hear what they have to say about how we can change the world for veganism, one animal shelter and animal welfare organization at a time.
Farmed animals have 5 times the impact we do, and they take up 40% of the land. And we know that rewilding grazing land could draw down all current fossil fuel carbon dioxide and more. So a move away from animal products to plant foods could easily feed us, and removing the animal colossus from the land and letting it rewild would solve the climate crisis.
At 7 o'clock this morning, a bunch of activists enter the property of Maple Leaf Poultry in Toronto. And they set up a plastic bin with pipes to insert their arms of 4 activists and fill the bin with cement. And they've been here since 7 o'clock in the morning, blocking this doorway, which is the loading dock, to unload the chickens for the slaughterhouse. And there was 4 chickens that were rescued before the authorities arrived. At the same time that this was happening, a major intersection nearby was blocked by over 100 activists. This event was actually included in the schedule of our Animal Liberation Toronto conference, the first of its kind in Toronto. We bear witness here every Thursday night to animals going into their deaths. We've seen the staff be sent home, so hopefully there'll be no chicken deaths tonight.
Justice, justice, my friend.
Check the Liberation TO website for more details on ongoing events. And this is Ray Kowalchuk signing off for Jane Unchained Canada. This is Ray Kowalchuk recording live for Jane Unchained Canada. It's been a long day at the first annual Animal Liberation Toronto conference. We've gone down to University Avenue to do a Cube of Truth. There's actually 4 cubes of truth, and we'll do a little tour around them. The Toronto sidewalks are filled with people that are very curious about what's going on and have questions that are anonymous for the voiceless activists are answering for them. We're approaching Dundas Square, the busiest corner in Toronto. A lot of people say that fish can't scream, so you can't feel anything for them, but you can see that they're suffering. You can see the pain that they're feeling. I think we can all recognize death throes when we see it. And that violence that you see, a lot of people will be thinking that that's just one incident that's made the highlight reel. By the time you're finished watching Earthlings, you'll be convinced that this isn't something that happens every once in a while. This is routine. This is happening on a daily basis. Moving on to the next cube of truth. That was a shipment of chickens that had arrived frozen and dead. Of course, none of it was able to be put into the food system. So not only are animals dying for the food we eat, some of them are dying for no purpose whatsoever. And we know that the food waste problem, the waste problem of eating animals, all the food that they ate on top of the animals that you're consuming. And you can see how brutal the process is. Talking to the one child, and the other one was tearing up a little bit. For our first Animal Liberation Toronto conference, cap it off with a little cube of truth.
Right? Yeah. Vegan Growth 2026.
Yes. If you didn't see Celestial's presentation about the Vegan World 2026, you could see it at Liberation TO Facebook. There was live streams of the different talks that were happening.
And there's the march tomorrow.
The march will be streaming live on Jane Unchained and on Liberation TO. Check it out on Facebook. A little something for the vegetarians. If you were thinking that milk never hurt anybody. It's been a spectacular first day of the Animal Liberation Toronto conference. Thereafter, 5 different cubes of truth around the block near Dundas Square, the most busy intersection in Toronto. They're a very veg-curious crowd around here. So I chalk it up as a double success. But why stop at that? Let's have a triple success and have another good day at the Animal Liberation Toronto conference tomorrow, which includes a march. So once again, Toronto, we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Hi, this is Ray Kowalchuk, reporting live for Jane Unchained. We're at the corner of Glen Scarlett Road and Guns Road, which is I call it the trench between 2 slaughterhouses, 2 cow slaughterhouses in Toronto. And we've got a regularly scheduled cow vigil happening right now. It's regularly scheduled, but for Tuesday morning. But we have a few guests still left over from the conference, the Animal Liberation Toronto conference, the first of its kind, and it was a smashing success. And I'd like to talk to a few of the people here while we're waiting for trucks to arrive at the slaughterhouses. Here's somebody who's not a regular Toronto fixture. Although his visits, I think he's been here at least 5 times. So maybe he's becoming a Toronto fixture. He's starting to grow the Toronto bunny ears. Silas Rao is here.
It's always a pleasure to come to Toronto.
Hi, Jane Unchained.
A cow truck is coming, making the turn, and it will either turn immediately right into Riding Regency, which is the halal and kosher slaughterhouse. It went by that gate. It would have turned already. So it's going to St. Helens Meatpacking on the left-hand side. The skins of these cows will be carried further down the road to a leather tannery. We have an arrangement with the plant manager to block the truck for 2 minutes, similar to the arrangement we have at the chicken plant where there's 5 minutes for activists to bear witness.
The SAVE movement is now going the next level. This is an uprising. It's also a book. It's based on effective activism that was used in various movements, the civil rights movement that were effective, and so we need to really step up our game non-violently in every way and any way you can.
Thanks a lot, Danny.
Beautiful reporting, Ray. Great. I got to tell you, I'm on the other side, and your questions are so good. They get me engaged, and your knowledge is obvious because you're able to make intelligent remarks and ask intelligent questions. So thank you for being on the other side, for being with Jane Unchained and an activist in all ways. Thank you, Ray.
Great. Thanks very much, Danny. That's a lot. It means a lot coming from you.
Peace out.